Hello again. Now I'm going to be discussing how do we handle media in terms of managing issues and crisis. Well, this term, issues and crisis, please understand that public relations do not manage crisis. It manages crisis communication. Of course, in crisis, it involves other unit in the organization or in the company, but we are going to focus on only on communication with sole purpose that we are saying things during crisis that are accountable, correct, at the time the information is being dispatched in order to foster our reputation. Okay? It's okay not to say everything if you don't know. You don't speculate, and in crisis, information must be said quickly, wholly. Wholly is the information that you know at the time, and the information must be said first in crisis by you. People have a tendency, if you advertise your own problem first before the media finds out, you have a higher degree of sincerity and credibility. So there is no hiding stuff. Okay? It is better you first tell your bad news to the media before anybody else or the media finds out. Then you have a credibility issue here. All right, so there is a saying, a lie can be halfway around the world before the truth has got its boots on. That's what Mark Twain says. Okay? Abraham Lincoln says, I'm a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts. So, when you are in crisis, you have to produce as many as possible facts, informations, and sources that can endorse your facts and information. That includes use external source or expert in this case. All right. In the crisis communication, there is a strategy to formulate your messages. If you are being asked by the media and you don't understand their questions, or maybe they're trying to frame you, ask for clarification. Organize your thoughts, speak in short, simple sentences. Please never use no comment. Provide a positive perspective. Collaborate with other, authorities. If something happens in a factory, there is an inferno in a factory, or fire breaks out, you talk to the fire brigade, the police, anybody, and do join a statement with them. But, anybody who is looking for the truth is not necessarily your friend. So it's not a time to be friendly. It's a time to be accurate, to be firm. Okay? We always say in public relations, do not say what you know, but know what you say. Now, I think I shared in the earlier session, if I don't, pardon me, because I don't remember all the sessions I'm sharing with you, Washington is an institution where millions of media in the world hit them every second. Okay, this is a source of information for the global media. And during crisis, they have a certain Washington press secretary tactics or technique to deal with media. First, whenever a crisis or issues breaks, they have a mantra. Mantra are statement, holding statement, your position that you keep saying all the time. If the media takes you, reroute you to or deviate your arguments to another area, you go back to that mantra. Number two, must say. Must say. The things that you must say. No less, no more. Okay? Three is do not entertain. If media takes you elsewhere, you say, please, dear media, let's go back to point one, mantra, which is what I'm now discussing today. Last but not least, time it. Time it. Do not organize press conference hours and hours and make yourself vulnerable to attack. You just tell them, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have a country to run. I have a business to take care. I have a deadline to meet, whatever, but time it. But refer, all right? Let me have your information about your company, your media. I want to have a logbook about you. So we are now opening a crisis communication center for you to keep yourself updated. But stay there. Don't move anywhere. Let the incidents that takes place happen naturally, and be there first before somebody else investigate it and come up with their own speculative information about crisis that you are experiencing. Okay? So, a crisis is any event that is or expected to lead to an unstable and dangerous situation affecting an individual, a group, a company, or a whole society. All right? That is what a crisis. So, a crisis management, in addition to crisis communication, is the process which is an organization deals with a major event that threatens to harm the organizations, the stakeholders, the public, or the consumers. All right? Now, this is just terminology. I'm sure you know what it means. Now, the key players of crisis that ignites a crisis is usually the public, not just the internal organization, the local government, the unit officials that work in that area, the national government agencies, local and international NGOs, media, social media, and concerned agencies. There's a lot now issues on crisis affecting reputation of a company that is generated by social media. And I cannot say, how do we validate that? Not this session. But social media is not supposed to be the source for formal information, because it is an individual production. In the social media, not everybody is really a journalist. And journalistic has its code. But you can say whatever you want. But, it's you. Kalau bahasa Indonesia gini deh, saring before sharing, gitu kan. Care before share, gitu. Nah, I'm here to tell you, untuk saring, gitu. Dan sharing, gitu. Jadi, ini juga bisa jadi multiplier effect atau pendulum, gitu. Duk. Akhirnya orang melihatnya, waduh, ini kok makin jelek suasananya. And we're experiencing a lot of these things happening every day in our lives. In a political scene, in business scenes, or whatever. Now, nature of crisis usually comes from random events. Dia accumulated and shortage of accurate information, karena informasinya nggak available. Yang benar di mana sih gue mesti cari ini? Kemudian eventnya tuh fast pace bergeraknya. Ya kayak bencana juga bisa dibilang crisis. Kemudian outcome-nya tuh uncertain dan responsnya tuh biasanya tidak prepared. Impromptu. Ditanya begini, jawab begini. Ditanya begini, jawab begini. And everybody speaks differently, and it gets people confused. And those are the nature of crisis that is affecting reputation. Now, in the crisis response strategies, there is a way which is what we call holding statement. We can say, well, we are being accused. This is hoax. So don't listen to it. Or we come up with a strategy of denial. Or we take excuse, for instance. Yeah, because, the government, this and that. Or we justify why this thing happens. And we make corrective action, or we take full apology. Whatever your response in crisis, you have to put it in a holding statement. A statement that you hold whenever people attack you in terms of issues or crises that the company or you are experiencing. So, that's basically a crisis, handling the media on a crisis communication. Later on, of course, you will have to have a crisis communication team. You have to put a budget in it, and then you have to train your spokespersons. But what I just said to you is the basic foundation of how to deal with media during crisis. That's all for now. I'll be talking to you soon on another session. Bye-bye.